It's not about the brewer, it's the recipe. One of the things that I realized over this weekend as I was testing out different recipes and stuff, it was pretty cool to kind of just get into the coffee, get into the challenge of really kind of figuring the coffee out. Not so much conquering as I usually say when I, brew a cup of coffee or trying to understand that cup of coffee. I think that's really the biggest thing. It's something to where we are understanding the coffee with the current palate that we have, where it wants to go. And if we lose sight of that, then we truly really don't have anything. Yeah, we can buy all the brewers in the world. As you see that I have, you probably have to. But the excitement will die. It will die after a couple of weeks. And then you'll probably settle into your same old routine of trying to figure out this coffee, seeing if it works for you, if it doesn't. Again, the common denominator here really is you, the coffee, and the coffee maker. That's it. Excuse me. The Holy Trinity. That's what we're dealing with right now. And yeah, let me tell you what happened this weekend. I was editing a video on the Hario V60 Mugen. Okay. And I did this video months ago, right? I really started to fall in love with this particular brewer. It challenged me, it pushed me, and I'm able to make really delicious cups of coffee out of a crappy bed. It kind of changes your whole psyche when it comes to making coffee. Okay? But in the video, one of the things that I did mention was, I wonder if you can do the exact same recipe with the Hario V60. Everything is the same, right? That's what I was thinking about. Here's a Hario V60, right? And if you look at it, it has a couple of grooves. They're not crazy pronounced as other brewers are now, right? We'll talk about that another day. But you see right here, this is the Mugen switch. This is the brewer that I'm talking about right now. And the thing about it is that it makes an ugly bed of coffee. It's high on the ridges. It just stays there, sticks there. So one of the things that I decided to do was to do the exact same recipe, the exact same grind size, everything. I brew the cup. After I brew the cup for both of them, I tasted them. Little differences from here and there, but for the most part the same. I took a TDS. After I took the TDS of both coffees and kind of went back and forth, it felt like I was bamboozled. I was tricked by Hario. And at first I was pissed at Hario, but then I started to wonder, are all of them like this? They're more so the same. A lot of times people say that if you do this or that with this particular brewer, you're going to taste more sweetness than acidity, whatever. And then I started to think of why I liked or like the Mugen dripper. Because it pushed me out of my comfort zone. It gave me that sense of being in control. Well, first, not being in control. First, not being in control. Figuring this device out. Understanding the coffee. Understanding my palate. And realizing that even though that I've gotten to understand and fond with this machine, it's a coffee brewer. That's all it is. It helps facilitate greatness in coffee. or crappiness in coffee, right? Yes, I forgot the grinder, right? That's extremely important too. The four, right? Whatever that may be. So as I sat there and wondered and thought about the whole situation, I was like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here with all these different types of brewers? What am I giving back to the world? It doesn't matter if these videos are out or people have done them before. The point is that I am putting them out. Really, what's the whole point of all of this? The whole point of all of this is actually this. Pick one. Pick two. Just pick a couple. But go with a season with them. Truly, really understand that device. Understand your coffee. Find the joy back into your coffee journey. Because that's all it's all about. See what you don't like about it. See what you do like about it. See if whatever you're trying to do in the world or in your life in general kind of matches your spiciness or care for coffee. It's always going to be a journey with you and coffee, right? And as we go through life and understand coffee even more, we have to understand that we are going to have to be one with this device. I remember for the very longest, the only device I used was the Hario V60. That's it. I didn't know or care about any of the other brewers years ago before I started doing this whole YouTube thingy or podcast thingy or whatever I'm doing right now. I use my basic Hario V60 filters. I brewed my cup of coffees. I was disappointed from time to time. I was happy, ecstatic most of the time. Then I moved on with my day. And I realized that you can do something special with just this device. If you stay a season, if you stay 2 seasons, and just realize that for the most part, they do the same thing. They produce really good coffee. I know Hario has another brewer because I was on the line on the phone, not on the phone, on the interweb, and have something called the Neo in Japan. It's not out here yet, but it has like 15,000 ridges. And they said that this promotes fast brewing. So they're trying to get into the whole fast brewing thing too. They're trying to give you options. But the point I'm making is that I understand it from the business's point of view. They're just trying to make good devices for us to use. And that's cool. That's something that we want, right? We want something that just works. But do realize is that once you're done buying all your devices, believing all the marketing, playing around with it, testing it out for a week or two, you're going to settle into your old habits. You're going to settle into something tried and true, whatever that may be. Or you may fall in love with that new device. It doesn't really matter. All I'm really saying here is that once you get yourself out of the way and realize what you're doing and why you're doing it, you're going to be ahead of a lot of people. And I don't like to compare or give you that idea that you need to compare what you're doing compared to other people. Because if you're in the world, you're already comparing, right? But you're enough. I guess that's what I'm saying. You are enough with the way you are, with the devices that you're using in order to make a cup of coffee. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about. A cup of coffee. That's it. We are making a cup of coffee. When you say it like that, it sounds very small. It sounds like it's very trivial. But truthfully, if you think about it, making a cup of coffee and like figuring it out, tasting it, drinking it, and it just takes you into a different world. It makes you feel alive. It's beyond it being just trivial. It's something that we kind of look forward to. Something that just craves us more than the caffeine, as most people will say that they are gravitated to. Just think about it. Something so simple has this big impact in our lives. Let's not take that for granted. Let's not keep buying more gear and trying to understand it for truly, really what it is. Because all we're really trying to do is play this dance of understanding coffee through our palate. What we like, what we don't like, things that we care about, and we can express it in our own ways. Those are the things that we're really looking forward to. Because if we don't, then we lost the love. We lost the hobby. It doesn't mean much to us. Because we just stay in it long enough, I think we'll find our cornerstone in all of this. So, that's what I got for you. This is Oki at Everyday Beans signing off. I'll talk to you later. Bye.